All right, so another week means another fish update. Obviously, this one is a little bit on the smaller side, but we do have ourselves a brand new level cap, some new quests over at Fish Fright, and of course, a brand new angler quest system with a bunch of different rewards in there. I also forgot to mention that there is also rewards included with the brand new level cap of 2,000. We're going to go over every single one of those things in today's video very, very quickly. So let's waste no more time and get right into this. Now, to sort of go ahead and knock out the most important thing, it's going to be basically the level cap. As I said before, level cap has now officially gone from 1,500 all the way to 2,000 with some pretty interesting rewards in the process of getting there. At level 1,600, you're going to get your first reward, which is the fish bobber. Nothing really too interesting about this. It is literally just this shaped bobber inside of the water. That's pretty much it. The cool thing about it is that it is labeled as a secret bobber. So for those of you that are collectors out there, this is one that you can add to your list, which is again obtained at level 1,600. At 1,700, you will get your hands on the celestial waders. These are basically boots that are now technically even faster than the boots that were given out during the Fish Fright event. So yeah, now we're going even faster. These look actually really, really cool. I still kind of prefer looks-wise the Fish Fright ones. But yeah, man, there was a handful of people that were a little bit upset about all the effort that they put into the Glimmerfin boots and, you know, those being pretty much avoided out with the brand new Fish Fright ones. So it's pretty cool that now we have even better ones at level 1,700. In case I didn't mention it, because I have a very bad brain, these are called the celestial waders. At 1,800, you will get the item called Voided Gloves. If you hover your mouse over it, you can see that it says rarely duplicates fish. It quite literally does that. It's an item that you can go ahead and equip and pretty much forget about. And it's pretty cool because in the rare event, it could also give you a duplicate fish. You'll know when it does happen because it pops up on the screen. This picture was actually provided by one of you guys during the live stream, but if you notice right here is what it says, randomly received a duplicate fish from Voided Gloves. Pretty cool little passive thing that you can have for literally every single one of your rods. So definitely a really interesting and cool little toy. Now there is another item that you obtain, which honestly, I'm not sure what level you get this because I didn't actually get a pop-up for this. I don't know if maybe it's bugged inside of the test server or it just doesn't notify you. But anyways, the cardboard box is one of the boats that you do unlock. If anybody does actually get the pop-up and knows what level this is, let me know in the comment section so I can go ahead and pin it. But it has 165 speed, 50 steering with 1.2 acceleration. As you would imagine, this is what it is right here. Very similar to like the Barrow, like the chromatic one. Just obviously it's a cardboard box. Goes insanely fast. Doesn't really have the best steering in the world, but it isn't really the worst either, I guess. But now we've got pretty much the holy grail of this, which is at level 2,000, the brand new max level. That is the random rod. 80% lure speed, 1,000% luck, 0.1 control, 10% resilience with an infinite max kg. Description for this is just a question mark. We go ahead and equip it. This is what it looks like right here. It is just a black rod with some white particle effects coming off of it and a question mark at the very top. Cool little animation when you go ahead and sort of reel this out. And then if we cast it, let's take a look here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What in the world? Wait a minute. That progress bar instantly filled up there. I don't know if you guys, yeah, see? It gives it like a huge boost to the progress bar. It seems to only happen one time though. But at the same time, it sort of also changes the progression speed on it. Like that one was negative 53%. This one is plus 84. So I guess that's the idea, right? The passive on this is that it just randomly gives you stats. Look at this one, negative 74. And I mean, it's obviously going to end up being like a flounder or something. So yeah, you see this one, unlike the Cinder one, is actually a kind of interesting one. What's also interesting is that it's negative 74%, but it really isn't going down that fast, if you notice there. Oh, look at that big unlucky flounder. I don't know, man. It kind of feels like the stats are just mad random. But yeah, it looks like unlucky is sort of the passive for this. Let's see what the sell value on this is. This is 86. So I wonder, does that mean that there's a lucky version? Oh, wait. We may have gotten a different mutation here. A big jackpot. Okay, so that's what it means by random. So this one is a jackpot mutation. This is a kind of interesting rod, man. Pretty cool. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this one. I personally think that this is a big step up from the cinder block one. Definitely like this one more as a quote-unquote troll rod. But yeah, those are all of the rewards for your max level. There's a title that you also obtain, which I believe is the Sentinel of the Deep. But besides that, that's pretty much all the rewards. Now, if we move on over here to the Crooks Hollow, which is basically the Fish Fright event, there is 3 brand new NPCs here that are going to provide you with brand new quests that give you huge lump sums of candy. For starters, if we come over here to the center where all of the trick-or-treat houses are, you will find a new NPC over here on the left-hand side. His name is Tabayan. When you talk to Tabayan, he basically asks you to go ahead and give him a spooky relic in exchange for 2,500 candy. For the sake of the video, I will go ahead and hand him a spooky relic right here so you can see. There we go. 2,500 candy was handed into him. Next up, if we travel towards the pumpkin patch right over here on the right hand side, basically the 6-7 house that is over here, you will find another new NPC to the left hand side. His name is Brianana. Talk to him. He's going to ask you for a frightful relic. Assuming that you haven't used your relics that are given to you from the witch ingredient rewards, this might be very easy for you to just get a quick little 5,000 candy. But yeah, right here I have the frightful relic. I'm going to go ahead and turn it into him and we'll receive another 2,500 candy. The final one is another brand new NPC called Dusekar. Dude, I can never get this name right. It's basically the name of this rod, dude. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about, the 25,000 candy rod. Anyways, here are all the houses in the middle. If we climb up, like if we're going to the mansion, the Dusekar NPC will be right over here. Talk to him. He is going to ask you for a nightmare skeletal Nessie. Obviously, if you want to get your hands on one of these, you will need the Dusekar rod because that is how you get the nightmare mutation. Once you have this in hand, go ahead and talk back to him and he will reward you with 8,000 candy. Unfortunately, it looks like inside of the test server, they still have the old build and the old build was kind of bugged. You wouldn't register whether you had it in your hand or not. But I did record this short little clip of me turning it in. There's the 8,000 candy at the bottom. This is during the live stream. So yeah, there we go. That is how you get yourself a quick 13,000 candy. I say quick, but realistically, that nightmare skeleton is going to take you a long time. But what I actually should have said is that is how you get yourself a quick 5,000 candy. Now, additionally, these trick-or-treat doors did go ahead and get a little bit of a buff. If you remember, the timer on those were 10 minutes. Now it is going to be 8 minutes every single door. And they also increase the amount of candy that is granted to you. I did test this during the live stream, and it kind of seems like a very, very subtle change. It isn't really super noticeable. I kind of wish that they would have made it to where you get like 40 or 50 every single time. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Next up, the Jacko Blazer went ahead and also got itself a buff. If you noticed previously, the luck was 66%. That has been bumped up to 166.6%. So a nice little slight buff to the Jacko Blazer if you've been able to get it. I do have good news for you. They did go ahead and double the catch rate of the skulls inside of the frightful pools. So it's definitely some good news, especially for those of you that are still farming for that skeletal Nessie. And now speaking in the realms of buffs and nerfs, if we come over here to the daily shop at Moosewood, as you guys know, over here we got ourselves a bunch of daily stuff. Majority of the time it's usually, you know, enchanted relics, exalted relics, as well as like sundials and mutation totems, just kind of like random totems. The one that a lot of people really chase after are like the Megalodon hunt totems or the Kraken and the Scylla hunt, but those rarely ever spawned inside of here. So what they did was they basically doubled the frequency for them to spawn. So I'm actually going to refresh and see if we get one. No, we did not get one, unfortunately, but we did get an exalted relic. But yeah, they're still going to be rare, but they did go ahead and double the frequency of them. Now let's talk really quickly over here about the Angler quest guy. He did go ahead and get a full remodel here. As far as his system goes, obviously, you can go ahead and complete a bunch of quests for him for better rewards, even better money as well. One of the rewards that he can actually give you is angler gloves. And if you notice, it says it boosts all bait stats plus a 50% chance to not consume the bait. This is what those gloves look like. Kind of ridiculous, at least on my character, they look pretty ridiculous. So yeah, now you're sort of making the decision whether you want to use the voided gloves or you want to use these gloves. I'm sure there is plenty other rewards. Unfortunately, I don't have the full list of the angler stuff, but once I do, we'll probably just do a follow-up video just solely on the angler quest giver. But yeah, man, overall, that is everything for this small little update. Keep in mind, there will be a much larger update next weekend, so make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any information that we talk about throughout the entire week. I prepared you guys for this update yesterday. We talked about the level cap increase. We talked about the skull in the black market. Everything was fairly spot on, so I'm glad that everyone was fully prepared to jump into this, at least those of you that are on my channel. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.